So you like the enhanced taste and nutrition of farm fresh eggs. And you also like the idea of watching the antics of some feathery friends in the backyard. But what if you also like other things, like your neighbors and sleep? Can these things go together? Let's find out. So I'm not going to talk today about roosters because everyone knows that roosters are really noisy. They crow not only in the morning but throughout the day. So what we're going to talk about is backyard hens. If you're interested in hens, obviously it stands to reason that the more hens you have, the louder they're going to be. And here in San Diego, we have limitations on the number of hens you can have based on where your coop is located in relation to your property borders. So you can see we've placed our coop basically in the middle of our yard. And that's to give us the most possible distance from our neighbor's fencing and hopefully cut down on the amount of noise that they have to deal with. When it comes to noise from backyard hens, there are 3 types. The first type is irritated morning hens that haven't laid their eggs yet. And if you look at our coop, it's designed in such a way that we have a sliding door that opens to let hens out in the morning. So until we come and open that door, they're basically trapped inside their coop. So the first type of noise that we get greeted with in the morning are hens that are irritated at being locked up and want to get out into their run. Good morning, hens. Good morning. Let's get you out of there. Oh, those sounds are much better. Hen sounds. Ooh, good snag on that insect on the way out. Good morning. Good morning, girls. Let's get you guys a treat, huh? Yeah. Once the crying stops in the morning when we let them out into their run, they're quiet for about an hour and then it starts up again because they want to be let out into the backyard to roam around. Then it can continue intermittently based on how happy they are in the morning. Our alpha hen here, Emma, gets really upset if her roosting box isn't available, the specific one that's her favorite. She's also kind of crabby, basically until that first egg comes out. And not just crabby, I'm talking like Nathan when he hasn't had a cup of coffee in the morning crabby. Until Emma lays her first egg, she basically roams the yard making irritated squawks. After the hens have laid their morning eggs, they're basically silent throughout the rest of the day. They do make the second type of noise that is my favorite, and it's sort of a contented cooing that they make that isn't loud enough for the neighbors to hear, and I think it's really relaxing. The last type of call that hens make is their alert call, and that's the loudest call. That's what they do when they want to let you, the rest of the hens, and basically everyone in the neighborhood know that they're in danger. That can happen when they see a predator, whether that's a cat or a hawk or an airplane that they perceive as a threat, or whether they just scare one another. Here's an example of what happened when our hen Emma scared herself with the towel rod.
Let's watch as Emma, in the lower left corner of the screen, prepares herself for flight. Although she is capable of soaring gracefully over the vast distance between the towel rack and the water barrel, unbeknownst to her, the flight shakes free the hot tub water scoop, which clatters to the ground. Certain that death is imminent, Emma raises the alarm. In the distance, faced with sudden danger, our brave hen Juliet reaches the unavoidable conclusion that Emma is a lost cause who must be left behind as she flees for the safety of the chicken coop.
That cry is so loud that you can hear it, your neighbors will be able to hear it, anyone with their windows down or who is outside will be able to hear it. But the nice thing about the alert call is the hens stop immediately as soon as you come to their rescue and they feel safe and secure. So here, for example, is what happened with Emma when I came around the corner to save her from the evil towel rack. Did you get scared? So what I found is it really is possible to limit backyard hen noise. As long as you let them roam around freely, and as long as you're there to respond to them whenever they feel they're in danger or they're insecure. In my case, my office overlooks the backyard, so I can respond quickly if there's a problem. But just so that you don't have only my perspective, let's talk to one of my neighbors and find out what she thinks about our backyard hen noise. So I'm here with Catherine, our next door neighbor, to talk about chicken noise. And I should clarify that, in some parts of the country, when you say your neighbor, that means they live a mile down the road. Here in our neighborhood, when you say neighbor, this is basically our wall. And if I reach out my arm, I can almost touch Catherine's house, but not quite.
Yeah.
So if there's anyone who's an expert on the noise from our backyard hens, she's standing right here.
Honestly, I never hear them. I mean,
Really?
No, we never hear them. And maybe we hear a little chuckling, in the morning, maybe when their eggs are being laid. But other than that, they're like silent. I forget that you guys have chickens.
Seriously? Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah,
We hadn't talked about this ahead of time, so I wasn't sure what answer, but I wanted it to be that way so that people knew what to expect.
Yeah, no, I adore his chickens. But yeah, I wish I could hear them more, maybe, feel like I was more out in the, out in the country instead of so urban. But yeah, no, I don't hear them. They're great.
So if someone came to you and said they were thinking about getting backyard hens, but they were worried about the noise, what would your response be?
My response would be, I wouldn't worry about it too much unless you happen to find a particularly noisy breed of chicken,
Okay.
or you accidentally get a rooster.
And there you have it. Oh, I guess I should say, since you probably characterize Catherine's comments as being pretty pro-chicken, I would say. You're not being compensated in any way for this interview, are you?
No, I'm not.
Okay. While I'm thinking about it too, we also have some farm fresh eggs for you.
Yay!
And I think that one's one of Juliet's special double yolks, so
excellent,
something to look forward to.
Yeah, awesome. I'm so going to decorate these for Easter. I'm looking forward to having real fresh backyard chicken eggs, and I'm going to decorate them and give you guys back these for Easter.
Ah, very cool. Thank you so much for talking with us. That's awesome.
Problem. Yay!
If your neighbors are sharing in the outdoor noise from your backyard hens, it also helps to let them share in the bounty in the form of farm fresh eggs. That will make for a happy living arrangement for everyone.